You grew up believing in happily ever afters. But what if the fairy tales you love were hiding something much darker? What if the magic had a price, and the villains weren't really the bad guys? Today, we unravel the eerie secrets and unsettling truths behind Disney's most beloved characters. Brace yourself. This might just change how you see them forever. Rapunzel's tower wasn't a prison, it was containment. You grew up believing in happily ever afters. But what if the fairy tales you loved were never meant to be happy? What if the golden-haired princess locked in a tower wasn't a victim, but a weapon hidden from the world for reasons no one ever dared speak? Today we untangle the dark truth behind Rapunzel, and once you hear it, you'll never look at her long golden hair the same way again. Part 1. Origins of a Legend. We often think of Rapunzel as a story about love and liberation, but go back, far back, to its original telling by the Brothers Grimm in 1812, and you'll find something much more chilling. In the earliest version, Rapunzel isn't just locked away because she's precious. She's imprisoned because she's dangerous. The sorceress, often portrayed as the villain, takes Rapunzel as a baby, not out of malice, but as payment. Her mother stole herbs from a forbidden garden, herbs used in ancient spells, herbs that could alter life itself. One of those herbs, Rapunzel, a plant used in magic for visions and fertility. The sorceress doesn't lock her away out of cruelty. She's protecting the world from Rapunzel. You see, Rapunzel's hair isn't just long, it's enchanted. It grows impossibly fast. It heals. In some tales, it glows. But think about that. Hair that heals, that defies nature. This isn't a gift, it's a curse. Part 2. The hair, a living entity. Hair is often seen as a symbol of power. In ancient cultures, cutting someone's hair was like stealing their soul. And Rapunzel's hair, it's the key to her prison and her power. In some versions of the story, when the prince climbs the tower and cuts her hair, the sorceress uses it to lure him to his doom. The hair becomes a trap. But what if it always was? There's an old theory, rarely spoken of outside niche folklorist circles, that Rapunzel's hair is sentient. Not in a science fiction slithering tentacle way, but as an extension of her will. In every telling, Rapunzel doesn't escape until she allows someone up. The hair only works if she lets it. Was she choosing, testing, and more unsettling? Once her hair is cut, it dies. What kind of magic dies when separated from its host? Maybe the tower wasn't her prison. Maybe it was her feeding ground. Part 3. Rapunzel in isolation. Imagine being locked away from the world for 18 years. No friends, no family, no interaction, except for the witch who both nurtures and controls you. Is Rapunzel a victim or a product of long-term psychological conditioning? In the Disney version, Rapunzel shows signs of Stockholm Syndrome, defending Mother Gothel, singing happily, even blaming herself. But let's go deeper. In some versions, Rapunzel gives birth in the tower. Twins. How does a girl locked in a tower get pregnant? Some say the prince visits. Others say she was chosen for more sinister purposes, breeding the next generation of gifted children, magical, isolated, controllable. The tower becomes a lab. She becomes an experiment. Part 4. The real villain. Mother Gothel is portrayed as vain, selfish, cruel. But what if she was something else? What if she was a guardian? In some obscure German versions, Gothel is described as an earth witch, a protector of natural magic. She warns Rapunzel of the outside world. She doesn't age, not because she's stealing life, but because she's in balance with nature. It's only when the prince comes, when a human breaks into the sacred tower, that everything falls apart. Could he be the true invader? Gothel is punished. The tower is destroyed. And Rapunzel, freed from isolation, enters a world she doesn't understand. She becomes like a virus let loose, beautiful, innocent looking, but never quite human again. Ending. The price of freedom. We love stories with happy endings. The girl escapes. The lovers reunite. The witch is defeated. But fairy tales aren't meant to make us comfortable. They're warnings. What happens when you take something wild and try to tame it? What if Rapunzel was never meant to be saved? Because she wasn't the one in danger. Maybe the real danger was setting her free. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the forgotten shadows of fairy tales. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if this changed the way you see Rapunzel. And let us know, which character should we unravel next? Until then, be careful which stories you believe, because behind every fairy tale, there's a truth waiting to escape. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more content like this.